well, 7 Mewtwo here. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but stuff comes up. I've had a busy time, haven't really been in the mood, so on and so forth. So this one's against my friend 2552. He's a great battler, go check him out. I don't think he has any battle videos posted, but he's still great. He's actually a real life friend of mine, and I kind of taught him a lot of stuff about it, so this is kind of, a cool thing for me, finally be able to battle him. Alright, so we're going to lead off here, and he always brings a Sandstorm team all the time, and I actually, forgetting about that, brought my own Sandstorm team. So it's just going to be all sorts of Sandstorm up in here, and makes for a great match. So I'm kind of scared of the Ice Punch here. I actually know that he's Choice Banned because I've seen this before. And I do predict correctly, get out of Hippowdon because I figure I'll need him for later. Go into Slow Queen to take that Ice Punch very nicely, even if that is Choice Banded. So the Sandstorm is raging and stuff. And I'm getting my leftovers. The Sandstorm makes this battle kind of long, sorry about that. But, so, he's going to withdraw now. And he's going to go into Big Beak, his Empoleon. And even though it says Alexia, it's because he got this file from somebody else and hasn't had time to restart it. So I get my Trick Room up here. And I'm kind of thinking it's like a sub-Pataya Empoleon, or just a straight attacking with Life Orb Empoleon. And anyways, I'm thinking it's, special of some sort. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into Lily, because I know I can wall any special set he has, barring Ice Beam. But he goes for the Sword Stance. That really threw me for a loop, and that's the thing about 2552. He doesn't use, just standard sets. They always, come back and go, whoa. And then, so I just go into Magnezone here, and he goes for another Sword Stance. I really thought he'd go for a Waterfall or something here. I think that was probably a bit of a misplay on his part, because that's going to end up costing him. And he does not have the Aqua Jet, which I was expecting for some reason. And I go ahead and just kill him off with a Thunderbolt, and he can't switch because of the Magnet Pull. So I think that could have been played a little better, and that might have made the battle turn out differently, but I don't know. With this Empoleon had the potential to pretty much wreck my whole entire team. Alright, so afterturn effects are going on, and then he sends out Rocky, which is his Rhyperior. We actually have a pretty similar team since I have my own Rhyperior. So I just go into Bronzong here, predicting the Earthquake. And he does go for the Earthquake. This is kind of like a weird Bronzong set. This is my Trick Sand team. My Trick Room wears off right now. He goes for an Aqua Tail, which is kind of like, well, I guess that's probably the best move he has to hit me with. And that still that does barely anything. Then I just go for the Grass Knot here. I'm actually especially attacking Trick Room Bronzong. So I've got max special attack and max HP. It's kind of a weird set, but, it works. So the Sandstorm's raging, and that Grass Knot did a whole lot more than I thought it would. I figured it'd do around half, but with Solid Rock and Sandstorm and stuff, but it actually did well over half, and it's an easy 2-hit KO even after a couple turns of leftovers. Goes for the Aqua Tail again here, and it does more than the first time. I decided to set up my Trick Room here just so I can kind of get my whole team set up again. Here I have to scratch my shoulder in the narration, so... Alright, so I'm getting my leftovers, and that's going to put me at about half. He's sitting a little bit over half, and I can just pretty much kill him off with a Grass Knot, and that's what I'm going to do next turn. So yeah, I kill him off with a Grass Knot. So that's 2 pokes down for him, I think. And I don't have any yet. I may be wrong, but... Alright, so I just go ahead and kill him off, and that was not really a huge set to my team, since I did have a lot of answers. I had Slow Queen, and I had my own Rhyperior, and I had Hippowdon, if need be, so no shortage of things. He's gonna go into Chuckles, his Choice Banded Tyranitar here. And I'm just gonna go for the Grass Knot, kind of expecting it to do, around half, so I can come in and finish it off with something else. Because it does hit at 120 base power, but it does, nothing. So he just goes for the payback here, and that's going to finish me off. Tyranitar is heavy enough that it should get 120 base power on Grass Knot, and it's super effective. I mean, I know the Sandstorm boost, but still. Alright, so my Bronzong goes down, but it's pretty much done its job. It's got its trick room set up. And I go into Rock Solid, my Rhyperior here, and she gets out of there. And I'm just going to predict the switch here. So I'm just going to go for the Swords Dance, which is, Trick Room Swords Dance Rhyperior is really deadly. It can pretty much run everything over. So I just go for the Crunch here, which I know is a weird move to keep on Rhyperior, but in this case it actually helped, because it hits the nice coverage on Ghosts and Psychics that I don't have on this team otherwise. So I take out the Soul Rock in one hit, which is also, he uses pokes that, aren't just like straight OUs and stuff. He uses original pokes with original sets. I gotta give him credit for that. And he goes into Garchomp, which is, I don't really have a problem with. The narration glitches or something there. Alright, and so he's gonna go for an Earthquake. And that's, I know I can take one. Sorry if the video quality is kind of fading in and out here, because my camera is just an idiot. So I take that Earthquake very nicely, and after +2, stab, 416 attack, Earthquake is easily gonna one-shot a Garchomp. Yep, and that's the end of that particular Garchomp. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new camera at some point, because the quality, it just decides on its own. I want to have bad quality, and then, I want to have good quality, and it's all very confusing. Alright, so Rhyperior is getting his leftovers here, and that's gonna put me at about half. And now she goes into Chuckles. What am I saying? He goes into Chuckles, and just gonna hit me with Choice Banded Earthquake. I was actually kind of thinking I might outspeed here, but I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just decided to sack Rhyperior. And so that's going to take me out because of the Choice Band. That's the end of Rhyperior. So I'm going to go into Mouthful here. And if he plays his cards right, he could have had the game here, but he didn't know what I had left, so I just go for the Earthquake here. I know it's not going to kill it, but I'm still desperately hoping that it will, because that would make everything a whole lot simpler. First of all, I was completely surprised that I outsped. That was kind of a shock for me. And then he goes with an Earthquake here. And I was thinking I'd take this with around half, because even though I am a physically defensive wall, Tyranitar's got like awesome attack. But I actually take that a whole lot better than I thought I would. So I was really scared for a moment there, and then I was not so scared. So, and I just go for an Earthquake to finish off the Tyranitar. At this point, I'm pretty much thinking that I got the game in the bag. Nothing he has can really mess me up too much, because I've still got Slow Queen if I need the Trick Room. And I've got Mouthful, and I think I have Cradily left too. So I don't know what his last poke is, and we're about to find out. And it's a Gastrodon. Now this thing is like an absolute beast. When you first made it, when I first saw it, it was actually an offensive, fully offensive Gastrodon with max special attack and Life Orb. And it threw me for a loop. It threw everyone who battles it for a loop, because they're like, wait, Life Orb? It's got Recover to recover off the Life Orb damage if it needs it. It'd actually probably be pretty good in a Trick Room or an NU where stuff isn't so strong. I go for the Earthquake. I get a crit, which I'm sorry about, but it doesn't really matter, because the same thing would end up happening anyway. You'll see when it happens. So he's pretty much just gonna one-shot me with a Surf. But Hippowdon's got like crappy specialties, so that's not really surprising. And I saw he switched the item here, and now it has Leftovers. So, or maybe it's just a different one named the same thing, playing some mind games. So I go into Cradily here, and that's why the crit completely does not matter. Unless he went for, like, Ice Beam and got a crit and a freeze, there's no way he could pull out of this one. So he's just gonna go for the Recover, hoping that I go for, like, a Toxic, or I overpredict and go for a Curse. But that's not the case. I'm just gonna go straight for the Seed Bomb. At 4 times effective, even with Cradili's crappy attack, it's gonna be more than enough to take him out. So yeah, well that's the game. Good game, 25-52. It was a great battle, as always. and I look forward to battling you again. Come check it out. He's a gym leader on our site. I'll leave a link in the description. He's the rock gym leader in his sandstorm team. And I'm the normal Elite 4 there, so if you ever feel like, a battle or something, just come over, check it out, and I don't know. Alright, well, see you guys. It's going to be the end of this narration. And it was a great battle, as always, and see you later.